Welcome back to It's Tool Thing. Today with a little comparison video between the Milwaukee Fuel quarter drive and 3/8. Now this 3/8 here is well used. It's actually not mine. I borrowed it just for this presentation. I had 3 of these, 2 till recently, and I went ahead and sold them off. As you can see, he says he really likes it. I found it to be too bulky, or maybe a little too heavy, and a little too slow, but not, I wouldn't say it was a deal breaker, but it was really the size of the head that turned me off. And then, of course, it really can't break things loose, and it really can't tighten things up. I mean, it can run bolts in and out if they're not super tight, but it just wasn't my kind of thing. But he really likes his. And I still have this. It's the only ratchet I have left from Milwaukee. I'll probably be getting back the other one that I gave my dad, which I think was a 3/8 drive. It was the non-fuel, if I can find it. But this one here I kept. To be honest, very little use. Quarter drive just isn't my thing, but I like the size of the head. And it doesn't have, I wouldn't say, any less power. Maybe it has slightly less power, but not enough to make a difference. I mean, if the bolt's loose, it'll spin it out. If the bolt's got Loctite in it, odds are it probably won't, even after you crack it loose. I mean, there might be a slight bit of difference, but not much. But I went ahead and kept this one, and I put this one into daily use in the box inside. So currently I have no ratchet, cordless wise, out in the shop truck. Not too worried about that. I'm probably going to pick up something. Haven't made my mind. I know a lot of the guys at the shop's been liking the Mac ones, but they're kind of big too, and they are more expensive. And I just, for some reason, I use ratchets a lot, but air ratchets, cordless ratchet, just not near as much. But what I went ahead and did was I put this one back into the main box, and I've been just leaving this adapter here, which is one of the low profile style adapters, but this is the slightly longer one. It's not the magnetic one. You can see there it's OEM tools with a slight knurled edge. And I've just been leaving this thing on there and just running it as my 3/8. And it's been working pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it. Obviously, I'd like to not have this additional length here and just be able to have this be a 3/8 drive, which I have seen some videos on YouTube. I don't know the channels where they've modified these. And of course, now they have the new high speed, which is another choice. But I'm concerned it may be faster, but I have a feeling it's got even less get up and go to pull out a tight fastener or a fastener that is Loctited in or something. It's got some rust or something in it, so I don't know if I want to go there. Plus, they're kind of want to go with the long pattern, if possible, the longer reach. So I might get a long pattern quarter. I haven't made up my mind yet. But what really sold me, and I've had this adapter for quite some time, I knew somebody that was interested in getting one, so I sold him one of mine. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to see if I can part ways with the other one too, and started asking around. Another guy in the shop said I'll take it, so it's gone now. It actually got shipped yesterday. But with this adapter here, which is, like I said, it's a low profile, so you're saving a little bit but not a lot, and it still has the ball detent, so it retains the socket fairly well. You do have a problem sometimes with getting the socket off. It wants to pull off of this ball instead of this ball, but I don't know how well this is going to show up here. I don't know if you can see the height difference, but it is actually slightly shorter even with the adapter compared to the 3/8. Let's see if I can find a better way to show that. Here we go. It's kind of an optical illusion. I got them lined up at the back pretty well, but they are very similar to the same length. It's a slight edge to this being slightly shorter even with that adapter. As you can see there, but the accessibility of this head is well worth it. Like I said, I think switching this to a 3/8, maybe I'll even make that modification and turn this actually into a real 3/8. I'm really curious if that high-speed gear set would fit in here. I've reached out to a couple of YouTubers that received the Milwaukee pack, I guess you'd call it, the stuff that they get to demonstrate for people, and it seems like all of them are getting because the new high speeds actually come, you can get it 1/4 3/8, but they have what they call a tall knob kit, and it's basically this entire piece, and the shifter's slightly taller on it. Granted, like I said, this isn't the high speed, but I'm curious if that would fit in this head. It may not. I'm not sure, but I would like to try it. If I remember, I looked them up. They're like $35 for that kit. And I'm not sure I want to spend the money and find out it doesn't fit. But I was hoping one of the YouTubers out there, multiple of them said that they're not going to use it, and I don't really necessarily want the taller shifter, but I would be curious to see if it would fit. Maybe somebody that actually has it could try it and just let us all know. Or like I said, if they were willing to send that to me, I would put it through the test myself. So in conclusion, I'm just basically down to this 1/4 drive one using the adapter. I was using it today. Actually got it, used it quite a bit, more than usual, that's for sure. I like the accessibility. The long reach would have come in handy today, at least sometimes. And of course, there's always nice to keep the overall length a little shorter if possible. So it's just an option. I don't think the torque, like you can put as much manual torque on this head, but that's never been my thing either. I could see where, trying to save time on flat rate, where you wouldn't want to have to change between ratchet and this, and I could see where that get annoying at times. But I feel like if you're really pushing on it, it's probably time to get a ratchet. I mean, obviously if it's not super tight, 30 pounds or 40 pounds would seem reasonable, but much above that I would think it'd be worth getting an actual ratchet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Comment down below.